So talking about losing something that's important, I've got a story to share with you. I told some of this to some people in the church, so bear with me and repeat my story. But it happened a few years ago. I was running home. I was actually late for an appointment, and I just ran, stopped at home, just real quick, just to grab a bite to eat, and then I had to turn around and get going. And I ran in the house, grabbed some food, ran out, and about to walk out the door, and I realized I don't have my keys on me. And so I must have put them down on the counter or something as I ran out and turned around and went back to the house and looked around, and I could not for the life of me find my keys. And it was frustrating. This is not exaggeration. I was literally in the house for like 5 minutes. I walked in. I think I just grabbed like a banana or something. I was just going to grab a piece of food real quick, and I was going to walk out. I was in there like less than 5 minutes, and I lost my keys in 5 minutes. Now, you would think, okay, if they're 5 minutes, how lost could it be? So I'm walking around looking at the coffee table, the kitchen table, the island, the counters. You know, I must have placed them somewhere, and they're not there. I'm picking up papers, I'm looking under things, they're not there. I'm repeating my searches, you know, and it's still not there. It's not showing up there. Now I'm getting late. Now I'm late for my appointment, and I'm just completely frustrated that this is impossible. This is inconceivable because I wasn't here long enough. It's not like I went upstairs and changed clothes, or I mowed the lawn, or I was taking a nap. It wasn't like that. I was there for 5 minutes. You can't lose anything in 5 minutes. Now I'm getting desperate. Now I'm going upstairs. I didn't go upstairs. Why would I there? Just to see, maybe I forgot I went up there, and I'm looking underneath going through my dresser, I'm going down the back, and now I'm looking in places where I know they can't be, but I don't know what else to check. And 20 minutes go by, anyway, this is a long search. I can't go anywhere. And that's the thing that's frustrating. It's like if I had a spare or something else, or another car with another pair of keys, I would start taking off, but I needed those keys. I couldn't do anything without those keys. And finally, I just sat down and just kind of thought to myself, all right, what did I do? And I kind of just went back, step by steps, and like, what did I do when I walked in? Look at the food, okay, and then I opened the refrigerator. Okay, did I put it in the refrigerator? I don't know if I put it in the refrigerator, but I was even looking through the refrigerator, and then it just dawned on me that one of the first things I did when I went in the house is I had some garbage in my hand, and I threw it in the garbage can. And then I said, could it be that I threw my keys in the garbage? And I opened up the garbage can. One place I did not check, and sure enough, there are my keys right there in the garbage. And there was joy, and there was singing praises. My keys have been found. Now, the thing about that story, though, is that I could care less about those keys. They were just a means of me using my car to get to my appointment. If I had a spare key, forget those keys. I'm taking the spare keys. Those keys are on their own. Who knows where they went? They have disappeared forever. I'm on my own. I'm taking off. I don't care about those spare keys. But I need those keys, so I had to search diligently. But I was willing to give up those keys for a second, as long as I had something else to replace them. And so I want you to think about that, especially when it comes to the parables that Jesus shares with us about the parable of the shepherd going after the one lost sheep. Even though he had 99 still safely with him, the pasture, he leaves those 99 and goes after the one lost sheep. Or the lady who lost the one silver coin. She still had 9 others, yet she searched diligently for that one lost coin. Before talking about those, let's take a step back. What was the purpose of these parables? Well, it begins with the criticism of the Pharisees. It's a common criticism, obviously, as we go through the Gospels and the life of Jesus. The Pharisees had a lot of issues with what Jesus did, what he said, who he was. And one of the big issues was who he associated with. They didn't see it proper of Jesus, especially as a rabbi, that he would spend time with what kind of people? Sinful people. These are people who are obviously breaking God's covenant, like the mix of like tax collectors or prostitutes or in some cases, we see this ministry, Gentiles. He was always associated with those people outside of what was righteous and proper, and they were highly critical of Jesus. To sit down, not only did he associate with them, but he sat down with them and had dinner with them. He had fellowship with them. And so they called Jesus out and said, why do you associate with these sinful people? If you're a good, Jewish, righteous person, you don't want to hang out with the wrong crowd. And that's what prompted Jesus to tell this parable. Of course, with the first one, the shepherd, where he had his 99 sheep, but yet he didn't stay to protect the 99 sheep, did he? He goes after the one lost sheep. Or again, the lady. She had 10 coins. She only lost one. I mean, how many would you guys search for a quarter in your house? You need that extra quarter. Now, when you're 5, a quarter was a lot of money, but you're not going to spend time to look for like lost money like that, especially when you have so much other money. Let it go. But yet she's so diligent for that last coin. And what's great about this story is that it's the reaction of the joy, the praise of the angels and the people that we have found this one lost sheep or this one lost coin. And what's great about these parables, and it kind of responds to what Jesus is saying to the Pharisees, is that he had come into this world to find the one person that should be found. That Jesus came for the sinful person. And what does the sinful person deserve? Do they deserve to be rescued? Do they deserve to be saved? Do they deserve to be restored back into a relationship with God? No. What does a sinful person deserve? I know, some people are like, is this rhetorical? Is this not? Sometimes I'm not even sure if I can ask rhetorical questions or not. But this is one of the questions I want you to really, someone say.
Temporal and eternal.
Thank you. Good job. I was waiting for Harrison to say something. What did you say?
Temporal and eternal punishment.
All right, take away the temporal part, but let's just go straight to the eternal condemnation, eternal judgment of God. And you look at the Pharisees, that's kind of where they're coming from. They understand the law of God. They understand consequences. They understand that if you don't keep God's covenant, you will be a curse. And you deserve that curse. The only issue with the Pharisees is what? This is rhetorical, because I'll answer it for you. The problem with the Pharisees is that they had the illusion that they were good enough and righteous enough to please God with their own living. The reality is the Pharisees were not any good than those lost sinners that Jesus has come to save. But what makes this parable so interesting is that this shepherd who leaves the 99, but yet what he is more concerned was the lost sheep. Or the lady who was more concerned for that one little lost coin. It puts a lot of value of who Jesus is in his relationship with us. He came seeking the lost and the sinners so that he could find them, and not just find them, but to restore them back to their Father in heaven. This is what the Christian church is all about. This is what our ministry is all about. To restore those who are fallen and be restored back unto Jesus. This is what you and I are about. And let's put us in that context. We're not the righteous people. We're not the good people. We are the sinful people. We are the lost sheep. And we are the people who deserve God's wrath and judgment and condemnation. And yet Jesus loved us so much. He sought us out, found us, picked us up and carried us back home to be with him. You know, following these two parables of the shepherd and the lost coin, the very next parable, anyone want to take a guess what that is? For $100? I wish I could that. Never paid it up. No one answers the questions anyway. But no, it's the prodigal son. And I think in a more powerful way, even that parable of the prodigal son shows the graciousness of God and what He seeks out to do. That it was the lost son, it was the wasteful son, the disobedient son who rebelled against his father, who rejected his father's honor. And yet when he came back, it was the father who restored his son back into the family. And you notice that it was the righteous son, the good son, the older son, the son who stayed, the son who respected his father, the son who did everything right, and yet he was so frustrated at his father. Like, why did we throw a party for this son, this wasteful son, this bad son, this bad brother? And what does the father say? For your brother was lost, and now he is found. He was dead, but now he is alive. And that's where the celebration is. Christ does not celebrate for those who are already righteous and done it right, because they should have. What God celebrates, and what all heaven celebrates, is when the lost are redeemed. When the lost come to repentance, and they're brought back into the family. That is something we can celebrate and should celebrate as a church, as a community, and as Christian people. When people do come back into faith of Jesus. We don't celebrate our righteousness. We don't celebrate our greatness and what we can do. We celebrate those who have come to faith in Jesus. So from a kind of a practical way, I want to tie this in, and kind of what I mentioned earlier is this, our need for revitalizing our small group of our ministry, what we're calling our faith groups. And I know many of you guys are already involved in kind of a small group ministry right now, and talking to people who are involved in small groups, and kind of my own experience in small groups. One thing about small groups is that, or what we're calling faith groups, these faith groups is a place where, and why they're important, is a place where you know you belong. You know, in church, we all gather here. You know you hopefully, if you know you belong here, that you're welcome here, that we're a family of God here. We support and cherish for each other. But the reality is, though, is that this context, though, of church is too big. It's kind of funny. I know everyone here, unless you're a visitor, and I don't really know you, but I know all our members. I know you by face, I know you by name, I even know probably where you live. That sounds pretty, but my point is, I know everyone. What I get into is that it still kind of gets me out of guard. I'll sit at a meeting, some kind of church meeting, whether it's a leadership meeting or commissioners, or maybe we're getting a group together, and at the table, there's people that I know. These are active, long-time members, only to find out that sometimes they don't know each other. Why is it? I'll tell you. I guess that was kind of a rhetorical question. The reason why is because we have an early service, we have late service, and by the size of our congregation, we're a good-sized congregation, blessed that way. There's a lot of comes and goings, and some people who could be here for years may not, they may always come to 8:30 service, and then there will be sometimes they'll only come to the 11 o'clock service, and their activities don't really cross lines. Maybe they don't have kids in the school together or something, and they kind of do different ministries and different activities, and they don't really know other brothers and sisters. That's just kind of the reality. There's something bad about that. That's just the reality it is. Faith groups, bringing that more intimacy of truly what a Christian community looks like. Of brothers and sisters coming together on a regular basis to be in prayer, to be in God's Word. But that faith group, because you're in prayer, because you're in God's Word, becomes a place where you find shelter. It's a place for simple people to come together, to be honest with each other, to be in repentance, to encourage each other to continue that walk in faith with God. Because while they were lost, they are now found. While they were dead, they are now alive in Christ. And what a better way to express that, and to understand that, and to grow in that, is in our faith groups. See, one of the difficulties with a bigger congregation as we are, people can come in here, and I've said this many times, people can come in here, and what do? They put a mask on. They put a good, happy face on their face, and they act like, oh, I'm a good, happy, joyful Christian. But the reality is that deep in their heart, they're going through all kinds of struggles and temptations and trials in their life, and no one's going to come in here and just stand up and start to talk about what they're going through. I mean, I don't even do that with you guys, although sometimes I hit us stuff, but I shouldn't do that. But, I don't even come out talking about all my trials and tribulations. You don't want to hear that stuff from me every Sunday morning. But in a faith group, that's a place where you can admit, I'm a lost sheep. But also in a faith group, it's a place where you are reminded that even though you're a lost sheep, you have a gracious shepherd who has rescued you. So I want you to keep that in mind for your life as a Christian. And as we kind of redevelop and revitalize these faith groups in our church, really consider them being part of it. And not just for your sake, but also for the sake of others. We all can come together as brothers and sisters in our community to encourage one another, to pray for one another, that we have been rescued in fact. Because we've been rescued by Jesus. Let us encourage each other, continue to walk in faith, to run that race, looking upon the cross of Jesus, who is the perfecter and the author of our faith. And run to Him who will save each of us. And there will be endless joy and praises in heaven. Amen.